All right, welcome back to CITIUS MAG Live from Eugene. Chris Chavez and Karen Lesowitz here with our next special guest. Freshly, I'm ready to call it Olympian because I crunched all the numbers. I stressed out just for weeks to figure out how the women's 10K would play out. Parker Valby,
huge
in the house.
mathematician.
Yeah, thank you. But congrats to you on the race.
Thank you.
Were you as stressed as I was when it comes to figuring out all the numbers, or was that like a Coach Palmer thing?
That is most definitely a William Palmer thing. I was like, as long as you figure out the numbers and I'm in, I'll run the race. I was like, I'm not running 25 more laps just to not be in. So he made sure that I was in before I ran the race.
I want the Parker Valby explanation of how the world ranking system works. Go.
Yeah, spark notes.
Okay, I'm new to this, so I really don't understand anything. But I know that there was cross-country races that people ran that got them way boosted.
Yes, you're on the right track.
This is how I'm understanding
and
it.
Track, like, the points don't rely on just your times, I've found out. Like, certain meets give you more multipliers, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, they're rated higher.
Yeah.
Which is a silly concept.
I'm weirdly getting it more.
I'm trying to dumb it down.
Wow, I'm getting it so
because
much
I don't
better.
really understand it. That's how people explain it to me. So
no, but
it's a silly little system.
It's a silly little system, but how are you feeling emotionally? Just especially in this interim of you've just completed 2 incredible finals. What's this like for you right now?
I'm honestly, I'm going to quote Anna Hall, I could finally breathe. Coming off the 5K was definitely bittersweet, getting that 4th place. That one hurt. That one stung.
I saw your TikTok.
I did, yes.
It went so viral.
Wait, what was it?
It was just, what was the song?
It was like the TikTok trend is heartbreak is one thing, my ego's another. But I was like,
My
nothing can compare to the heartbreak of getting 4th place at the Olympic trials when the top 3 go.
I hate when I get 4th at the Olympic trials.
Yeah, and it was just I got the standard too. So it was like I can't be that mad, but I didn't feel like myself that day. The stars did not align. It was not my day. There's no excuse for it. I just was not my best self that day. And
well, that's the championship mindset. It's funny because I think you probably hold yourself to a higher standard than anybody here. But something I love about you is that you're so team oriented. Like when you get onto an interview, you're always saying, I wanted to do it for my team. I wanted to get out there. What's it like being at a meet like this where you are an individual finally and you're kind of shining on your own and you don't have that team?
Yeah, I did start, I started out without, obviously I've always had a track team, but I've never really had, this year was my first time going to nationals with a cross country team. So this year was really I was used to going to nationals by myself as an individual. And so I don't know, I guess you could say I got a little taste of it before. But then having a team this year was a huge blessing and I'm super grateful for it. Always more fun with a team.
Always.
But yeah, it kind of takes the stress off of you as an individual. I would say I was way more stressed at this meet than I was at NCAAs.
Okay, so yesterday, after the race, you come by and you tell the media that's you almost didn't even want to line up for this one. How bad did it get?
I wasn't going to.
What?
I was I was so mentally checked out. It's been a long season and I don't know, I just came short of my goal and I was like, this is not fun. And my coach and I talked and I took a few days off of doing nothing. And I was like, I'm done. He's like, okay, we'll take it day by day. Found a way around it and ended up lining up and it worked out.
Okay, so that morning, how do you mentally get yourself up to all right, I'm going to give this is your last shot, your best shot?
I mentally was just go have fun with it. Do not put any stress on yourself. And it ended up being so much more fun. I was so much more relaxed and it was a fun time out there.
Yeah, well, we saw you run even slightly a little different. I don't know if that was the plan or if you can touch on that or if it maybe just was you running free. But typically we see you get to the front right away. I think we saw a little bit more patience with you here or just hanging back. Walk me through what was the decision on that or was there not even a decision?
No, that was a race plan. Because leading the 5K, the prelim of the 5K did not mean to lead that. I was just trying to get a good spot. And I was like, oh no, I'm in the front. What do I do? And that kind of took a lot out of me. So you're leading without a purpose. And so that was just whatever. It was a prelim. I got through it. And then the final, I was my best shot was to run. And that took a lot out of it. Leading takes a lot more out of you than following does. And so my coach was like, save your energy till whenever. I was waiting for his signal. And when he gave me the signal, it was my turn to run. And it worked.
You essentially just added one more race to your calendar, at least one more. how tired are you at this point in the season? Because it's they did that graphic, I think, on the broadcast during the 5K. It was like just how many more laps you've run than anyone else in the field, and it was like kind of crazy.
Yeah, it was like 112. I think at that point it's 112. It has to be at like 140 or something now. I can't do math.
And the other part of it too is like you brought this up. It's like, yeah, I ran 2 10Ks at these trials because
I did.
2
Well,
rounds
the
of 5K.
first one was a little broken.
Yeah.
For the few days in between, but yeah.
All right, so how tired are you right now?
Right now, I'm very tired because I didn't sleep much last night, but I'm not like...
Yeah, we saw you at the Wild Duck, Parker. You were
I'm not
getting
that-
wild. No, I'm kidding. I'm
so
kidding.
wild. I'm not like that. I was very emotionally tired, but I don't know. Now I'm like excited for the rest of the season.
Yeah. I was going to say the kombucha here, is that giving you a little bit of energy?
This is
always.
Both viewers?
Yes.
Are those both for you?
I brought you this one too. Feel free. We're going to have a taste. I didn't know we were doing 3 of us.
Oh,
I totally would have brought a third one.
I hate the
but
stuff.
I knew that you had your little Olipop out here, so I had to counteract it with my probiotic drink.
Yeah,
Yes.
so it's prebiotics, probiotics. We got all
Is there a biotic?
This is the
just, like,
healthiest
health-
gut health set that you've ever seen.
If
We
you want
are
a healthy
pictures.
stomach, yeah.
We are pictures of health here when our gut health especially. All right, so explain to people again like your obsession with kombucha and how many did you have before these races? Because indoors was a ridiculous number 4, I think it was.
Okay, yesterday I think I had 2 before the 10K yesterday.
Okay.
Definitely had one.
Kombucha
after.
stock just skyrocketed.
Yeah.
Had one after, but yeah, my obsession started in the 5th grade at surf camp.
Early.
Yes, and since then I've just been drinking it out of habit. And when I started buying it, it was $2 a bottle, and now
As a
it's
5th grader, that's
now it's
so
up
much
to,
money, though.
What is it? It's like $4.99 a bottle or something like that.
Yeah,
now.
the price of
Insane.
inflation. Oh man.
Have you ever thought of brewing your own and making a Parker
yeah.
Valby kombucha?
Okay, I totally have, but my parents declined that because it smells bad and they didn't.
It does.
It's also a lot of work, and I'm kind of
Right.
lazy, so.
And you've got to focus on other things.
Yeah, and I didn't want to like have a smelling bad kitchen.
Yeah. Chris, have you had kombucha?
Yeah. No,
Oh, okay.
I like kombucha. I prefer Olipop.
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Contractually obligated to say that. But I know I really do. I'm on like my 3rd Olipop of the day, so this is gonna.
You have a
really.
rocking stomach.
I told this to Caitlin too. I was like, the amount of Olipop that I have to consume on the job is
Concerning. No.
a lot of fiber. A lot of fiber.
Your poor gut.
Oh my gosh. So what were we talking about before that? It was
Oh,
well-
kombucha before the races.
Yeah, talking about the laps, the number of laps
Number
that
of laps.
Parker Valby had to do.
well, so okay,
yes, that
indoor
was-
season, kind of in that same sort of interview where we talked about everything from kombucha to laps on the track.
That was even more laps, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind of.
Well, still like 25, right?
25 for the 5K, yeah.
Yeah, but you also tried to wrap your head around. I remember during, when we were at the track at New Balance that you were like, yeah, 10K, like that's so many more laps. And then now
I never would have told you I was going to run a 10K this season.
that's what I was
I
thinking.
was-
That's you read
I
my
was
mind.
tricked into it.
I was like, if I would have told
Against my
Parker
own will.
Valby in March that you're making the Olympic team in the 10K, what would you have said?
I would have laughed at you, and I've
Yeah.
been like, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
And
Well,
when-
here you are.
Yeah, I was.
Here you are, and it was amazing seeing you line up yesterday. I mean, like, I got the chills. I just love when someone, from the NCAA rises up and starts competing like a pro. That transition period isn't always easy for people, and you certainly made it look easy. I'd love to know, standing, in the likes of people like Kira D'Amato, these experienced high-class athletes, what was that like for you? Has anyone, tried to kind of guide you, be a mentor for you into the pro life, and just what was that like being amongst, the pro level officially?
Yeah, it was crazy. I think I was way more intimidated in the 5K, and I was like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, I forgot the name for it. I was like, imposter syndrome. I was like, I do not belong here. Like,
Right.
my place is NCAA. But once once I raced those 2 races, I was like, okay, you belong, you could do it. And it was just, talking to them also helps. Like Kira, they're all like lovely girls, and they all give me advice, and love them all.
The broadcast caught a moment of you guys about laughing. You, Wayne, and Kira about to hit the track. What were you guys laughing about?
Kira brought up walk up songs, and she was like, we should all have a walk up. Well, she actually looked at me, Wayne, and she was like, did you choose a walk up song? And I was like, they let you choose a walk up song? I was like, what?
I was like, hold on.
I was like, she's getting special treatment. 'Cause she had a little heart rate thing too, and I
Yeah.
was like, okay, they love her. I was like, maybe she did get a walk up song.
Yeah.
It's like, I think that we should bring that to the sport of track and field.
That's how we fix the sport.
That's how we fix the
Well,
sport.
what would be your walk-up song? Have you thought about it?
Only Girl in the World by Rihanna.
Oh, love it.
Just because it's been stuck in my head, and
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just
So,
a good,
are you a beat or a lyric person? Those are, I feel like, two different types of vibes for a walk-up song. You know what I mean?
I don't know based on that, but like when
Yeah.
I listen to songs, I'm listening to like the song, not like the meaning.
Got
you know?
it. That's
Yeah.
your beat. I'm the same way. It's like a beat. You want a nice intro, and like the
Yeah.
lyrics are there, but you want to feel a
Yeah.
vibe.
Like my mom will be listening. My mom's like, "Oh, this is so sad." I'm like, "Oh, I know. Like I didn't process
Right.
that it's sad.
But
Like,
you're
I
like,
was just singing the song."
Yeah.
No, it's Macklemore. Have
Yeah.
some. I love it.
I have the playlist pulled up in front of me right now. This is the cross-training one, right?
Okay. Yes.
So
Ah.
It's on there, right there, number 6.
Only girl in the world.
Lucky number 6.
it's so funny to me to see, like, I told this to you just sort of off camera. You are like a 90s kid trapped into
I was
you're
born
a
in
21-year-old.
2002, so I'm a 2000s.
Yeah,
kid.
but I feel like you are this
All right,
whole
Parker,
playlist.
we get it.
We get it.
You're young.
But this playlist, you have the musical taste of someone our age probably, that all these are bangers from like the 2010s. How did you get so
I think to 2010, 2000 era was the peak of music in this world. The music now is like, what is this?
Well, we're talking to a 5th grader who had kombucha.
Yeah,
Chris,
honestly,
she was
she's ahead of her time. 100%.
When you have an older brother, right?
I do. 2
Was-
years older though.
2 years older.
Yeah.
Was he any influence, or is this kind of on your own accord?
Absolutely not. No, this was on my own accord. I'm an independent woman.
I see that like Down by Jay Sean and Lil Wayne.
Oh yeah, banger.
It is. That song came on at New Balance Nationals. Well, because I was listening to this while running, and then I was like, wait a second, when did that song come out? And I realized that all those high school kids that were competing in that stadium were
They
like
probably
1
don't
year.
know it,
they were
right?
1 year old when that song came on.
That's crazy.
It is crazy.
That was that's insane.
Did you pick up on the fact we did the podcast back in like November, I think it was?
Yes.
And I gave you a bunch of crap for David Guetta.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about my sweating. I've gotten a lot about that.
Wait, yeah, we'll touch on that in a
Yeah,
second.
okay.
But
I'm excited.
You brought up David Guetta on the, and I gave you crap for how much David Guetta you were listening to.
Yes,
Did you,
and also how I could not pronounce his name.
yeah.
But now I got it.
Now you
so.
got it. They played it during your race yesterday.
Okay, I was trying to hear like any type of music, but the crowd, I mean, no, I'm not complaining, but the
Right.
crowd was so loud that I could not hear it.
The music is way too quiet.
I could
in
not
there,
hear
yeah.
it. I couldn't hear anything. And I was like, well, guess I'm singing my own songs in my head.
All right, back to the sweating thing. Let's bring it back. Has that been a problem again recently?
The wet floor signs?
Yeah.
Wait,
No.
what?
You're
Wait,
so confused.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
For anyone that's like, huh?
So
Let's explain.
Parker is famous for her crazy workouts on the Alter G.
Nope.
Oh, I mean the
Arc
trainer.
trainer. I hate
Man.
that.
I hate that.
I know.
Wow.
I can't do the Alter G.
All right.
I can't do treadmills.
On the arc trainer, and then some of these sessions would go for like 90 minutes, 2 hours.
The most I've ever done is 90. So
Okay,
yeah.
so 90 minutes. I'm exaggerating the story
I could
even
not
more
do.
and more.
I could not do 2 hours.
4 hours.
4 hours.
Kudos to
That's
whoever
all
can
it takes,
do.
kids, is 4 hours on the arc trainer twice a day.
Yeah. 8 hours of your day.
And she'd be going so hard at the arc trainer
Yeah.
that she would just sweat so much there'd be a pool of
because
sweat.
you're like inside. Okay,
Yeah.
you're not moving. There's no wind. There's no airflow. So
Okay.
you're in place.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, you're gonna sweat, right?
Right,
I
right.
don't know. Maybe I just sweat a lot, but
But you sweat so much.
I sweat so much that they have to put out wet floor signs, and at one point they shut down the arc train and they put an out of order sign on it. And I was like, I walked up and someone's like, no, that's out of order. And I was like, no, it's not. They just thought it was out of order. They thought that it
This
was
arc
they
trainer's
thought it was
leaking.
they thought it was leaking, but it was just my sweat. And so I would take it off, and then I would cross train, and then so no one else would go on it. I would put it back on, and because it said like out of order, and I was like, no one else is gonna touch it.
We need to get that arc trainer like monogrammed
No,
with Parker Valby.
my coach was like, we need to get like a
Little plaque?
a little plaque,
A
on
little
it.
plaque on
or like
it.
just retire it.
Would
that
they-
thing raised me.
So the past month, you're at this point like what? You might have to pay taxes here in Oregon because you've been staying here the whole time. Like, have
Parker,
you
welcome
found?
to
Don't
real
even
life.
get me started on taxes.
Your dad's over there. Don't worry. We'll.
He takes care of that.
Oh yeah.
Have you been training out here? I guess like
How
you
have I been
found?
training?
Yeah, like have you found like your local arc trainer?
Oh, I found a local. Well, actually, my coach found a local arc trainer. I started out at the YMCA, the local one. Very nice. It's like brand new. Have you guys seen it?
No,
it's
I
like
haven't.
it's
I've
probably
only seen
right here.
these 3 blocks of Eugene, Oregon.
Okay,
like
no,
I've never gone anywhere
Is it in
else.
I think
McMenamins?
it's 1 block down. Like it's really close.
Oh, really?
Oh,
Really
wow.
close
It's
to
in
here.
it's a YMCA?
YMCA, brand
Nice.
new. But
I love
they have
it.
the arc trainer without the arms. And you know that's
Whoa.
that's gonna tire out the legs. My legs were like cooked,
Oh.
and so I told my coach, I was like, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
So
I
then-
can't work under these conditions.
Yeah, but he was in Florida, and so he found one, and I've been
nice.
going there ever since.
So you calling around being like, look.
Listen, I need an arc trainer with arms. Like
you have
somebody.
no idea. It was impossible to find, but we found it.
Oh my!
I can't disclose where, but
Amazing. You've been here for how long?
I
Too
think
long.
it's been like a month
'Cause
now since
NCAAs.
NCAAs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
we came
too long.
we came a week before NCAAs, so I've been here for a month.
How does one pack for that? Because I'm just going to call Parker. So me and the girls, Getting Chick podcast, we love you so much. We're always talking about just how your goals. It's
The
everything.
fits?
It's not just, yeah, it's the fits. It's
Oh,
the hair.
thank
It's
you.
the nails. It's the
Oh yeah, did you
talent.
see my USA nails?
Did you get those today or
I
before
love
the
those
meeting?
so
No,
much.
these were on Monday-ish.
Okay.
Monday-ish.
Yeah.
What, so you're here for a month. Like, are you finding all new people to go to for the
Ooh,
styles and the
okay,
fits? How are you
yes.
packing? Let
Thrift
us know.
store. Just at the
You
thrift
know,
store
I've
every
just
day.
been going knocking on everyone's door. Can I have an outfit for the day?
Yeah.
No. I packed. I think I brought 2 suitcases because we chartered here, so I was able to bring as much as I wanted.
Okay.
And then since then, I've somehow acquired 3 more suitcases.
Suspicious.
And tomorrow we're flying home commercially, so
Okay.
I don't know how I'm gonna get all these home.
Oh, geez.
I think we're thinking. My mother asked. She's like, Parker, we're not gonna wait till last minute. It's gonna end up being tonight, and I'm gonna get yelled at. But I think I'm just gonna end up like shipping them because I'm not gonna be able to take them on the airplane.
Right. No, that's fair. It's good to know though that
Yeah.
your mom and dad are, they're not going to treat you any different now that you're going to the Olympics. You still gotta be responsible here with your packing, Parker.
Yes, no, I'm ripe age of 21. I should be a responsible adult. I'm not.
So you're obviously going to get even more clothes with the Team USA kit, the Ralph
Oh,
Lauren stuff.
yes,
How was team
yes.
processing this morning?
You know, it was quite tiring. Again, did not sleep much last night, so I was quite tired. But it was a fun time in there. They could make the room a little warmer. It was like -5 degrees in there, and I was shivering the entire time. But besides that, there was a lot of interesting. Not my style. Like I would just never go out and wear it. But it was cool to see like the opening ceremony stuff. I was like, I feel like I'm going to ride a horse, but
Yeah.
you know.
All right. So then actually putting on the Team USA kit, how did that feel?
Oh, that was really cool. I got to choose between I've never worn anything besides my college uniform, like to race. So
Yeah.
it was cool getting to wear like what all the pros were, like the half top with the
Yeah,
buns,
yeah.
or like
Yeah.
choosing they call it a leotard, I think.
Yeah.
What's your?
So that
I
was
know
really
you're a
cool.
buns girl. We've seen you
Absolutely.
in the buns.
I can't do those.
I was gonna say, have you ever toyed with anything else? Is that just like it? That's what works.
That's I don't know, like our schools. Like spandex ones,
Yeah.
they just don't fit me right.
Yeah. Well, and I'm not gonna. Your colors are white. As ladies, I'm gonna say sometimes that's a dangerous color to have on.
Yeah.
Somehow you rock it. I think that's incredible.
definitely the scariest uniform to wear by far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm staying out of this part of the
Chris,
conversation.
stay out of this. All right, leave
You
it to
can chime
them.
in. It's a natural human bodily function.
Well, I'm just
There
like,
you go.
I'm like
Parker
the
Valby,
kombucha.
normalized periods. everybody.
Normalized periods.
Normalize periods, normalize kombucha, normalize the consequences of kombucha in a white uniform.
Oh my
Everything.
gosh.
But I want to say, too, you're someone who, we noticed stayed off social media throughout all of this. I think, you
Yeah.
bring a fun component
Okay, I'm not
to it
gonna lie.
with the nails.
I deleted everything but TikTok because I needed something. I
Oh,
did
but
not delete
I
TikTok.
think TikTok's nice because you go on it to not know anyone, right?
Exactly.
You're
And
scrolling,
it's like mind numbing.
mind numbing. What's that process like for you? Is it to kind of, to tune it out, to focus? What causes you to maybe want to go off the grid a bit?
I started it probably like a year ago. I think I actually saw an interview of like Sydney McLaughlin said she did it for her mental health.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, because I was like always so stressed before my races.
Yeah.
And my coaches were like, okay, you need to get off social media. And I don't think we realize like this day and age how big of a role like it takes like on our mental health. And yeah, no, since I started doing it, like I said, probably a year ago. And I do it before every big race, and it helps my mental health a lot.
And the most NCAA titles in a school year
I think it's working.
is the result.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely just because I deleted Instagram.
Well, yeah, and what you're missing, like in that period of time, it's like in the middle of NCAAs, I am writing a whole essay about
yeah, and
just
then
sort of like your spikes and the shoes and everything, and I was like, oh man, that may have
I
been a
think we were
dumb
like
move.
texting about it though. I was like,
Yeah.
I'll read it, but like I don't need to. Yeah.
You're like, all right, I'll see it after.
I still got
the NCAA championships.
someone yesterday in the crowd. They were like, "Can I buy those spikes?" And I was like, "I don't think they're for sale."
Yeah, no, they're not. What are you looking forward to the most in Paris?
Ooh, that's a good question. I would say probably the coffee, the food, find the local kombucha. See the Eiffel Tower, of course. That's like a basic,
Well, how does Parker Valby like her coffee? I need to know this. I'm going to immediately start getting my coffee that way.
Americano.
Oh, wow.
Ah, I love that you're going to go into Paris and you'll be like, Americano.
Americano, I'm American.
I guess you brought up cows yesterday.
Yes.
What was it about?
On my way to Paris, I will be stopping in Switzerland. I definitely have not made these travel plans yet, but I'm going to Switzerland. I'm going to see the Highland cows because they're known for their Highland cows.
Yeah.
And I will be seeing. I don't know if you guys have seen Switzerland. Like I've just seen it on social media, but I need to go. It looks unreal.
It looks amazing. Yeah.
It looks unreal.
What does it look? Can you paint the picture?
Mountains.
My future home.
Yeah.
Done. I know.
Yes. Yeah, mountains, water. They have a bit of everything, I think.
Wow.
Cows.
Yeah.
What is it with you and cows?
My favorite animal. I love cows. I don't know. I'm just a cow lover.
I didn't know anything about the Gainesville cows. Describe them. I haven't.
That's
Should I
actually
Google
kind
them?
of how. That's kind of. They're not any different than regular cows.
Really? Gainesville cows is what I'm googling right
But
now.
Gainesville cows.
So there's not much to do in this like little city of Gainesville, Florida. 'Cause
Yeah.
I'm from like a beach city town. So like going to Gainesville, I was like, oh my gosh, there's
like from Connecticut to Gainesville. Yeah.
There's nothing to do. So I was one day bored and I was driving around and I found the cows and I was like, this is my new hobby. I'm gonna go see my friends and went almost every day.
So, do you have like pet names for them?
For my future pets?
Yeah, well, for the cows.
Oh no, I don't have names for them. They're all
Okay.
like numbered though, so I know them by their little numbers.
Oh, very cool. But see, I'm realizing too, I'm like, God, it must be so tough to be on that ARC trainer for 90 minutes just with your thoughts. I'm realizing.
Oh, no, you can like.
It's so
that's
easy.
the thing about cross training is you can watch like YouTube and you can watch like Netflix
and think about cows.
Yeah.
I just want to be in your brain. I want to be able to have that focus that you have.
I wouldn't say my brain's very focused, but I think my brain's the opposite of focused.
Oh, wow.
All right. Well, we've got more guests coming up shortly. Parker, appreciate you
Who's next?
jumping on. It's going to be Brittany Brown and then Gabby Thomas.
Okay, cool,
So
cool.
pretty loaded slate of guests coming on here today. So I appreciate you stopping
Honored
by.
for you having me. Thank you.
No, I mean, I thought you were going to say, no, I'm too big time now.
You sound like Grant. Grant was like, are you too Hollywood? I was like, says you.
Yeah. All right. Thanks, Parker.
Thank you.
Thank you.